Happy Valentine's Day. Here is a poem I wrote a while ago on an early series of Married at First Sight UK, and it's called A Process. A process. It's not like I'm leaving a prison. In terms of actually living together in our own place, no. People who are preoccupied are not anxious about the relationship. They are anxious overall. She's finding it quite hard on the physical side of things. So it's tough right now. Her chums are gonna go nuts. At least there's his penis pasta. And there's a big front. His inside, soft but hoping for sparks to fly, while vulnerable and scared and uncertain, to give them and the process a chance. He unpacked his clothes in the spare bedroom, and so many things were going through his head, through her head. Like when the first home-cooked meal together might be, without an unfinished drink in the fridge about to spill. She had to get up before 6. The other couple's was delish. Doing something without being asked is romantic. She poured him a cup of tea. He broke the mug before they could have an untraditional cheers. Jason asked for a break from filming. The better husband confessed about his snoring to the no better but different wife, also married at first sight. But she got a foot massage. Generally, she wouldn't let people touch her feet. Obviously, she had her socks on. The other arranged marriage for social experiment participants were supposed to be talking to one another about things one night. But the bloke couldn't be bothered to show up. His arranged wife said that the filming had really affected him. But as soon as the cameras would go, there was still nothing. The expectations had perhaps been too much, an expert advised them. The Better Bond participants bravely hosted their first party together. With enough bread to sink a ship, she works in events, darling. His epitaph would be superfluous to requirements. But that Jason struggled with keeping up appearances. Except for on Tinder, a friend told her the ring was off. The prick is searching for a new one. Maybe he'll buy the deep burgundy this time. It's the way we make our homes, our food, the way we drink our tea. Feel at home on a sofa you love. They've moved out. Of the flat they briefly shared, she tried, probably a bit more than him. He was affectionate in the right ways. He was doing it by the book. He thought that the routine of it would make it real. The others soon needed to make their minds about whether to stay or go their separate ways. All the time, Emma was learning about James. There were a lot of similarities. You could write a list. Intimacy is another thing. He'd probably compromised. Emma doesn't think she'd have gone with him if she'd seen him in a pub. She would tell him with her eyes when she didn't want to be touched. They weren't getting a divorce, not right then. He couldn't be lazy around her. But the next size wetsuit would have been a lot less comfortable. She told him he was cuddly, always looking around the pub to see where she was. James said that they were still in their infancy. There was a weird thing over the wave, a furrow upon the slope, no strand which the wave does not pound. Around his house there were heaps on every word, the little company of birds, no crane talks. A landskip was below, where no vapours intervened from the yellow mountain heads. There were glitters on broken rocks, but sedges withered from lakes. The cradle and the grave, the hag and the hungry goblin. What if he really loved her, but she didn't give a crap? And his stubble was simply soft in this dotage. The lowly owl, his morrow. Roll Rock High Road was roaring down a rutty bank into a meadow by the river's side where twigs entwined curiously, fine twigs. There were flowers to fill their flasket that bade his billows spare, to mar their beauties bright. Freshest flowers in the mead they found, and left to wilt out of sight.